Every business hits a wall where the problem isn't your strategy or your marketing. The real bottleneck is that you're still playing small while your work is doing truly big and incredible things. You realize your price tag and your mindset haven't caught up to the results you're delivering for your clients.
I see this all the time with people who are deeply committed to helping others and are great at what they do, and yet they still feel a knot in their stomach when it comes time to charge for it. And it's not a lack of confidence. It's a bad habit. We think that if it didn't take us all day, it isn't worth the money. People focus on the time they spend instead of what's most important, instead of the transformation they provide. When you price by the hour or the session, you're forcing your client to focus on the logistics, the how and the how long. But when you price based on the outcome, you're asking them to look at what their life actually looks like once the problem is gone. That shift changes everything. It changes how you talk, how they listen, and what both of you believe is possible. AI can give you 1,000 answers, but it can't give you a vision. We're at the point where more information just equals more noise, and it's too much. People are tired of the piecemeal approach, trying to solve a high-stakes problem with a bunch of low-stakes tips. They aren't looking for a library, they're looking for a leader. They want someone who sees the big picture and has the guts to tell them exactly what it takes to change it. Someone who can confidently guide them forward. And when you truly understand that, offering your work at a higher level stops feeling like a stretch. It starts to feel like the most responsible thing you can do. If you still get a knot in your stomach every time you have to say your rate out loud, keep watching. We're going to reframe all of this for you today. The question no longer is this too expensive? The question becomes, what does it cost me not to do this? Hi, it's Lisa Sasevich, known by many as the Queen of Sales Conversion. And one of the things I'm most proud of is taking people who want to get out there and make a difference with what they do and what they love, and quickly being able to show you how you can package, price, and sell your advice, your expertise, high ticket, right out of the chute, not after years of proving yourself as the low-cost leader. Who made that up? It makes no sense at all. And so a question I get a lot is about high ticket selling. How can I start out, even as brand new, or someone who has been, hour by hour busting it out, $100, $200 an hour, and now I really want to take clients into a much higher level of engagement. What's important? And while there's certainly a lot of strategy and structure to packaging, pricing, and selling high ticket, the biggest thing that you have to master is right between your ears, your mindset. Because here's the nugget, okay? This is a game-changing nugget, so lean in. The more you are in touch with the cost of your ideal client not having your service or your advice, the more effective you will be at offering your work at the multi-$1,000 level right out of the chute. I mean, if you're in health, try it on. What's the cost of someone not having your work, right? The cost is way more than a few $1,000s. For some people, it's their life, right? If you're in the relationship space, if someone's been suffering with heartbreak and, that unrequited love for, that they just can't shake, what's the cost of walking around with that pain, that distraction, that lack of being able to be effective in your life? Cost is way more than a few $1,000s. And you can keep extrapolating this into any business you do. And especially if you're in the business of teaching business, teaching, social media, making money, sales, anything, the cost of not having your service, tens, hundreds, thousands of dollars, right? Every week, every day, every month. So the more you're in touch with that, the more effective you will be in packaging, pricing, and making your offer out of the chute high ticket. And this is exactly why this conversation is so important. Because when you are fully in touch with the cost of your client not having your work, you stop second guessing yourself. You stop explaining. You stop apologizing for the price. You stop trying to justify your value with credentials. You stop justifying your value on your time and effort. Instead, you stand firmly in the transformation you provide, and that clarity becomes contagious. Listen, this isn't about becoming someone else or adopting a personality that doesn't feel like you. We're talking about seeing your work clearly and allowing others to see it clearly too. When you can articulate the outcome you deliver and understand the real cost of staying stuck, your offer naturally rises to meet that truth. Selling becomes simpler, decisions happen faster, and the right clients step forward with relief instead of resistance. If this is resonating with you and you want help getting clear on the transformation you provide, the words to communicate it, and the foundation for pricing your work with confidence, I created a free resource to walk you through that process step by step. Go and grab our Irresistible Offer Blueprint real quick now by clicking the link in the description, or by just scanning our QR code here. Take your time with it. Let yourself really look at the cost of the problem you solve and the value of the solution you provide. Because once you see that clearly, high-ticket selling stops being a question and starts being the natural next step. If this hits home for you, subscribe so we don't lose touch. I've got many videos like this on the channel, so go binge a few. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.